Hello and welcome to another Chelsea chat. I'm away from home, so a little bit different this week. You've got me outside. So yesterday it was Brentford 2, Chelsea 2. Very disappointing result. But after the first half, I would have took it because we were absolutely abysmal. And to a large extent, I blame Maresca. He sees these players train every day, and I know we've got Bayern Munich coming up on Wednesday, so he'd have been mindful of that. But you recall Mark Gu, and he's a physical player, and you don't put him on the bench. You play Hatto, Gittins, and what's the guy's name? Buonanotte. Um, they're either unfit or physically unsuited to the Premier League. I'll give Gittins a pass, to be honest. Young lad, new physical league, going to take time. I wanted Cucurella out of the club after about 4 or 5 games, didn't I? And I kept on and on and on. And look at Mark Cucurella now. And I think Gittins has got a lot of potential. He's got a lot of pace. I like the fact that he tries going inside and outside, even though it's not coming off for him at the moment. And very direct. Just seems to be lacking in confidence. But he's come from another league. He's a young lad. A reasonably big price tag on his shoulders. It's a lot to take in. So yeah, we knew we were playing against a really physical side, because that's all they've got really, Brentford. A bit of pace and a load of physicality. And they'll take points from people, especially when they're playing against teams where, as I say, there's people with very little experience in that league. And some of them don't look physically fit to be playing in that league, to be honest. So yeah, yesterday we started with Sanchez in goal. We had Hatto at left back, allegedly, Chalobah, Tosin, and then Fofana at right back, allegedly. I'll tell you, it was lucky yesterday that we had Caicedo covering for Fofana, and we had Trevor Chalobah not only playing his own position but covering for the left back. And I'm not on about when the left back was bolting forwards. I'm on about when the left back was defending. They got through so much work, those two. In the middle we had Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. Then in front of them we had Gittins, Buonanotte and Pedro Neto, and up front João Pedro. And I'm not going to slag the players that I've already mentioned. Buonanotte, he would just get pushed off the ball so easy. It was like, hot knife going through butter when they had to get by him. Gittins, I've already spoken about, needs to grow in confidence, I think. I think that's the big... With wingers, confidence is, well, with all players, but with wingers especially, it's massive. I didn't think Pedro Neto was at his best yesterday, the way we've seen him. But again, defensively, he done a lot of work because those around him didn't. He was unlucky when a beautiful ball. I'm trying to think who put that ball through to him. Might have been Trevo, or could have been Caicedo, but a lovely ball over the top. And if he'd hit it first time, I think we'd have been in of a shout of getting a goal. But no, a hard take. I'm not criticising him. It was a hard take. He was running, but if he could have just stuck his toe in it and towed it past that goalkeeper, happy days. So we went 1-0 down to Old Sade in the 35th minute. Direct ball, nice finish. A little bit of luck he had when it was slightly deflected. And that was it. We huffed and puffed in that first half, but let's not beat about the bush. We were dog awful, we really were. And then, second half, to be fair to Maresca, he brought on James for Fofana, he brought on Tyreek George for Buonanotte, and he brought on Cucurella for Hatto. Different team, different game. and we started to put them under some real pressure. That said, they had another couple of chances during the game, and Sanchez, take me hat off to you. Good couple of saves. One was a great save actually, and down to his right. He is a good shot stopper, isn't he? His distribution yesterday, he gave one away that back to that Sade again, and lucky he didn't finish on. I think it was a great tackle by someone. Might have been. It was either Caicedo or Trevo. You could say that for a lot of situations yesterday. And yeah, different game. And we started going forward, and then in the 56th minute he takes off Gittins and brings Cole Palmer on, and there he is, old ice cold. He just he come up with a goal within 4 minutes of being on, but it wasn't just a goal. Didn't he look on fire? Didn't he look full of confidence? I'm wondering, you know, if his body just said enough, and those few weeks rest has, you know, invigorated him. He looked on it yesterday. So anyway, he volleyed in, and then in the 81st minute we thought we'd won the game, because Caicedo, lovely strike like he can do, measured, saw where he wanted to put it, and goal. And then the 79th minute, he brings João Pedro off. I can understand he wants to save him for Bayern Munich, and he brings Garnacho on. Well, the goal that they got 3 minutes into injury time, Garnacho has got to do better. He watched the man. He was only just come on himself. He watched him run by him, and I mean watched him. A sloth would have got there quicker, and he's got to improve on that. I'm not slagging the boy. He's only just come on. He's only just come to the club. I thought he was lazy defensively at Manchester United, and yesterday he sort of reinforced my thoughts. So yeah, massively missed Delap yesterday. Good old physical tussle with him right up his street. João Pedro did okay, but again he was doing work. He was dropping deep because Buonanotte. No, no, not at the moment. I'm sure he'll prove me wrong. I'm sure he'll go on to be a great signing, but no, not yesterday. So I score him. Sanchez gets a 7. Couple of great saves, one lousy bit of distribution, but overall a 7. Hato gets a 5. Chalobah gets a 7.5. Tosin gets a 7. Fofana gets a 5. Caicedo gets a 9, and he's my Chelsea man of the match. Enzo Fernandez gets a 6.5. Gittins gets a 5. Buonanotte gets a 4. Pedro Neto gets a 6.5, and João Pedro gets a 7.5. I don't score the subs, but did they make a difference? And wasn't it lovely to see Cole Palmer back? That's all from me, folks. Let me know what you think, and yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and throw the video a like. Speak to you soon. Up to Chelsea.